Okay, this is another wardrobe from IKEA, and it's got 3 drawers at the bottom, single unit type thing. But here's what you have to do to get the back in. You have to slide it in. Now this, I thought that would be really hard, but because it's got these grooves, there's a little groove underneath there. It actually slides pretty good. You have to get it off the floor. I'm using something that came, one of the drawer fronts, so they're nice and level, and then just slide it in. Now I did have a little bit of problem getting it in finally down here, so you'll just have to wiggle it once you get that in. When you start to put the bottom piece on, then you'll just have to wiggle it and keep it in place. And then it takes up a lot of space. I guess you could bend it more radically, but normally we used to nail these pieces on the back, which I like, but I guess they've come up with this slider that locks it into the sides. Because at first I thought I thought, no way is it going to slide in there without a big problem. So I tried putting it on one side first, and then trying to slide this side into it. But because of that groove, you can't do it. You have to start down there and slide the whole thing this way. So I can just see if I can one-hand it a little bit. See, you can bend this pretty radically here, but bad. So when you get down to that point there, you got to go down there and put your hand underneath it and wiggle it in. See? So come down here, put your hand underneath the bottom and just slide it into place, and then come back up here. Make sure you got those holes at the top. And on this particular model, you'll see 4 extra screw holes. Those are for the feet that go in there, and then you can adjust the foot from the top, which is really nice. That's a good feature, being able to adjust the screw, the leveling thing from inside the wardrobe. And I know now on the other one, it's too close to the floor. So I want to get that off the floor a little bit. We might have to put some cardboard or something underneath this new carpet. Pretty soft. I don't know exactly. See how tight it is there. And then I wasn't sure how these drawers were going, so I got the big fat one on the top now, and I'll probably put the big fat one on the bottom or in the middle. You can do it any way you want. Maybe the top is good. Now the drawers fit in everything. When I saw all this stuff, I didn't see any big holes for hinges and stuff, but they're using these holes for shelf support and for the hinges. The hinges are going to screw into 2 of these little regular size holes. They're on the door, ready, so that'll go over here, and then it'll just go right in there. I'm not going to put the doors on until I get it in the regular spot. Once I decide I'm going to move it, I'm going to take the drawers out so it's a little bit lighter. So I think that's the one thing. One thing about these little screws I wanted to mention that I'm having. My hands are getting old now, but there's lots of little places where you need to put these screws, like in these what are they, runners? But I take the screw and use the screwdriver to hold it. It'd be nice if you had a magnetic tip, but then I'm just using the screwdriver to get things started also. And then once I get it started, I come back with the drill, and it's set on the automatic release or brake, so it only goes so fast. The torque setting is not very high. It's like number 3. See, the worst thing to do is over torque one of these screws. So I didn't explain that very good, but that's it for now.